Yo, yeah, excuse me. But what's going on, world? It's your boy P Cuff with the BrainSurfin podcast, and I'm back with another one. Now look, excuse me if I seem to be rushing a little bit, but honestly, I gotta leave in like 30 minutes. I gotta do shit before I go. But I haven't given y'all my predictions for the playoffs this year, although I feel like this shit is unpredictable. Like this shit's crazy. But I'm gonna do my best to be as accurate as I was last year. For those who were here last year, you know I had the Lakers going to the finals. That's common sense. Everyone just about had that, if not the Clippers. Um, and in the East, most had they had Milwaukee Bucks. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat built the wall, stopped Giannis, and they were able to get past Milwaukee. That's exactly what happened. You don't believe me? Go back and look at on this page, and you'll see I got the predictions up there from last year, and I stated that I would not be surprised if the Heat did that, and they did that. And I said this before the bubble happened, so I thought they could get past Milwaukee before the bubble even occurred. But so in other words, I know my shit. Just that's all I'm trying to say. But so we got all the teams in their seating. They're about where they're gonna be at, other than the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies. They actually play tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So I got Golden State beating Memphis because Curry will be too much for the Memphis Grizzlies, first and foremost. Also, you got Draymond Green, who will completely stop Jaren Jackson. When he's on him, he's not getting anything. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as Valanciunas, he'll make it tough on him when he's on him. And when he's not, that's when Valanciunas probably going to go to work. And that will help Memphis stay in the game. But at the same time, once Golden State is up by 12, 10, 15 points, especially if it's in the second half, we have to watch for John Morant because he might start pressing too much. Great player. Great player. Well, he will be a great player, but he does press at times, like Westbrook now, and even worse if he was younger, but a similar type of thing. So I can see that happening, and that would lead to more bad than good for the Memphis Grizzlies. With that being said, obviously the Grizzlies lose, Golden State wins. That means Golden State will get the eighth seed, and they will go against the Utah Jazz in the first round. Now, I would love. And I actually didn't write a prediction down for this. All this series on the East and the West, I have all my stuff written down except this series. Because deep down in my heart, I really feel Utah is doing what they've done a couple times in recent years. Well, they have great regular seasons, never this great in recent history, but great regular season, gets to the playoffs, and they become the regular old, Utah Jazz. You know what I mean? Like other than the Karl Malone days, and they had Malone and Stockton and shit like that. But they go back to being what we know as today's Utah Jazz. It's a good regular season team. Nothing special. I have a feeling that might happen. Like for real. How I said with John Preston, I could see Donovan Mitchell doing the same thing if Curry really gets going and the game is tight and it's kind of back and forth, or Golden State taking a crazy lead. Not crazy, but even 10, 12, 15 points in the second half. If those things occur, those games where that happens, I look at Golden State winning those games because I really feel like Donovan Mitchell might press. Now he's become more mature over years. Every year is a little bit more mature. But you guys seen in the past where, he would miss out on passes or, you know what I mean? He needs a little bit more maturity. And maybe this is the year where it really goes, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Utah Jazz organization believes this is the year. Part of the reason why they gave up Rubio. And another part of the reason they gave up Rubio was because they got Mike Conley. But, they put a lot of ball handling in Donovan Mitchell's hands. And they let him do what he do. He's, kind of a combo guard. So he's looked at the handle the ball, make plays and everything like that. It's not just Conley. If anything, the ball's in his hands more than it is Conley. Because Conley's a better catch and shoot type guy, so it only makes sense. But with all that being said, I say that just to say that I'm going to give my prediction, fuck it, basically live, I guess. I mean, kind of, sort of. But I will say, if Andrew Wiggins, it's on Wiggins, man. If Golden State plays how they played against the Lakers the other day, I got them winning this series in 7 games. If they can play how they played, the role players and everything, play how they played against the Lakers the other day in the play-in game, yes, I will say I believe Golden State could beat Utah Jazz. The number 8 seed can beat the number 1 seed in the first round, 4-3 in 7 games. If they don't play like that, which probably won't happen 4 times, you know what I'm saying? So my real prediction, I would say, I say Utah 4-2. It could be even 4-3 because I just for some reason Golden State, man, Golden State, they just a little they tough. And Lakers wasn't at full strength. Brown was a little. AD was bad most of the game. And the role players didn't do much. Their defense won that for them. But with all that being said, I still feel Golden State has a chance to win that. But I'm going to give it to Utah Jazz 4-2, 6-game series. The next playoff matchup after that would be the Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Hey, look. Laker fan, Bron fan. Because if he leaves the Lakers like after this season, I'm a fan of whatever team he goes to. So yeah, Bron fan. So I mean, the only team in the West I see giving Lakers real problems would be the Clippers. So I would love if KP was healthy because I would pick the Mavericks to beat the Clippers. But since he's not, I don't gotta say much into it. KP's not healthy, so I see Clippers winning this series in 6 games. 4 Clippers, 2 Dallas Mavericks. 6 games, that series won't last too long. Luka gonna go crazy 1 or 2 games, and he'll, you know what I'm saying? So they'll put a couple of them out, 2 at the most. After that, we got the Denver Nuggets without Murray, and we got Portland Trailblazers. Because of injuries, it's circumstantial. I got Portland winning this series 4-2. Now Jokic is MVP. Don't ever get it twisted. It's not even much of a conversation if you ask me. And I respect people who might say it can be Curry. I get it. And Curry's my second favorite player. For those who don't know that. But yeah, Bron, then Curry. And the rest of them dudes is whatever. If Murray was healthy, I would say Denver 4-2. Maybe 4-3. Maybe 4-3, but 4-2. But without Murray, you don't get those 4 games in my eyes. You have all the ball movement and team chemistry all you want. It's going to become a point where they need another guard to really go hard for them and make big shots because Jokic can't always, as a big man, you can only do so much. There comes a point in the game where you need those guards to really do what they do, and I'm not sure they have that right now. So, I got Portland Trailblazers beating the Denver Nuggets 4-2. 6-game series, but it will be very exciting every game. Even when Denver loses, it's going to be some exciting games. Except the one game where Dame goes for 50 and Denver loses by like 25. Other than that, it's going to be a very exciting season. I mean, series, I'm sorry. Okay, then we got the Suns and the Lakers. Hold up. We got the Suns and the Lakers, right? Alright, so you know what I mean? Suns versus the Lakers. Now, this worked out perfect for Bron because he didn't look so healthy in that first game. He didn't look so healthy to me. So now that he, you know, he's not all that healthy, not 100%, but he's still quarterbacking things. He's still directing people. He's very Peyton Manning out there with his teammates, you know. Standing in one spot, he's next thing you know, low ass pad between 2-3 guys, catch it, easy layup for Cools. That's how LeBron was doing a lot in the game of the day versus the Golden State Warriors. But yeah, against this team, Bron will be able to do that most of the games this series. And I think that AD is going to kill the Suns. And the role players, whether they're consistently good or not, with just those things being said, like, yeah, the Lakers should win this series 4-1. Because the Suns will get a game. Devin Booker and Chris Paul going to have one game where, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be going crazy. The role players for Lakers won't be going crazy. Even though LeBron and AD will be doing what they're doing, the role players won't go crazy the same game that Booker and Chris Paul goes crazy on him, I'm guaranteed it will happen for one game. And this is even more crazy, but I think it's gonna happen game one. Honestly, the way the Lakers be switching their defense up from game one throughout the series, you know what I'm saying, going off of what they did last year in the bubble, it's like game one was a fill out game. That's how it always is for Bron personally. But I feel like for the whole team it was that. Like purposely they played like man defense, switched everything, whatever, against Portland, and the same thing against the Denver Nuggets. But then when game 2, 3, 4, 5, indoor 6, whatever came up, like they went to, well, it was like every game, every series last year for Lakers went to 5 games, I think. So game 1 they kind of played man, switched everything, whatever. Game 2, 3, and 4, along with 5, I felt like they trapped the main guard who was a killer scorer. You know what I'm saying? They trapped that guy and made the other guys beat him. Whether it was James Harden, whether it was Dame Lillard, and Jamal Murray, I feel they did it on and off with him also. But Denver moves the ball a lot better anyway, so it wasn't as effective on him, even though they won the series. They went through and won the series pretty convincingly. So yeah, I got the Lakers beating the Suns for 5 games. It'd be 4-1, and it's like that. Now we gonna transfer over to the East Coast. Hey, Philly, Washington. A lot of people will say 4-0. Excuse me. Should have brought some water in here. They'll say 4-0. I want to say 4-2 because Bill is gonna have 2 or 3 games. You know what? he'll have 2 games where he just go crazy. 1 or 2 games he go crazy. And Westbrook gonna have a couple of them. Going at Embiid. I'll say this. I got Philly win this series 4-1. I'm gonna keep this one short too. I got Philly winning this series 4-1. But a lot of this will come down to referee. What Russell Westbrook will attack, and he will attack Joel Embiid. If the referees are giving him these calls, he can get Embiid in foul trouble, I can see them winning 2 games. But only 2 games with all of that happening. Other than that, they'll have 1 game where they have a nice defensive scheme and maybe game 1 or 2. Like I see something weird happening with the 2-7 series on the West with Lakers and Suns, with the Suns maybe winning that game 1 or 2. I really think it's gonna be game 1, honestly. But I also see the same thing happening over here with Philly and Washington. The first game might be Washington's game. And maybe don't win another one, depending on referee. But they might not win another one after that. I'm not too confident about that. But 1 game, they'll get 1. Westbrook will go crazy. They'll be hitting the shots. They got role players. My man off the bench, Nito, he do his thing too. Come off the bench, scores good. Ish Smith, I'm sorry. They'll get a game. On to the next one, we got the ATL, Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks. I want to see the Knicks get past the first round. And that has nothing to do with why I have them winning the series 4-3. If the Hawks kept Rondo, even though he wasn't even, like, it didn't seem, like the best fit over there. Like, I don't know, but still, I feel if they would have kept Rondo, playoff Rondo come, I feel like they would beat the Knicks. The Knicks is tough. They grit, they grind, they play defense. Not a bunch of 3-point shots, but they go hard. I like how they play. I think that will get them to 7 games, and when they get there, they will win. And the reason they will win is all series, every game, Julius Randle gonna do what he want to do. That's what I'm saying in my head, right? Trae Young, hey, he got a little task because Rose is gonna come at him. You know what I'm saying? Like all the guards that they have guards that are very, very aggressive, very, very physical, and they're going to go at Trae Young offensively and defensively. Like when the ball is in Trae Young's hands, they're going to maybe play him similar to how I'm saying the Lakers do against the main ball handler, whoever they match up against in the Western Conference. Like when they went against Portland, it was Dame. They would double him. I think they would do a similar thing as far as New York doing that against the Hawks. And as the series goes on, Trae Young is going to beat them down. And I can see them winning that series in 7 games. So I got New York beating the Hawks in 7 games, 4-3. If I get that one right, y'all gonna think I work with the NBA. Low key. We going to last year's matchup that I called that I was the only one that called. You gotta keep saying that. This is the truth. It's facts. You can't get mad at facts, right? Like, I'm just like, all right, cool. Whatever. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. Man, I would love. No. I would say I would love the Heat to do it again. I don't see it happening, honestly. Like, there's no way in hell. When stuff get tight, if stuff gets tight, they're gonna put the ball in Jrue Holiday's hands and let him do what he do. That's me assuming, of course, because watching them play this year, I feel they didn't do that enough. But Giannis was hitting more jump shots, mid-range and threes, stuff like that. So it didn't hurt him much. But once again, that's regular season. In the playoffs, teams always play defense different against certain guys. You know what I'm saying? And Giannis is one of those guys who you play different defense against him when the playoff come. You don't want to give it to him during the regular season so he sees it and he can get used to it and kind of try to figure it out. No. Regular season, we'll try to beat you, but we're not going to show you the way we think we have to play in order to stop you specifically. The Heat will build the wall, but the Bucks will have since put the ball in Jrue Holiday's hands. If they end up eating that wall up like that, Giannis will get more easier buckets. I see him scoring most of his shots with no more than 2 dribbles. A lot of them will be 1 dribble or none. I'm saying this series specifically. And yeah, I see the Bucks winning that in 6 games, 4-2. And last but not least, we got the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics in the first round. Boston don't even have Jaylen Brown, so I mean, yeah, this I'm not gonna talk about this one really at all. Like, but so yeah, I got the Nets winning that 4-1. And yes, without Jaylen Brown, I still see Boston winning 1 game. The reason why, Brooklyn know they winning this series. You know what I'm saying? They know they winning this series. They gonna low key kind of sort of take a game off, and Tatum gonna go crazy, and Boston will win that game. But it will only be that game. Now, I want to go on to the second round of the conference finals. I'm sorry. I want to go on to the second round of the conference finals and everything, but I feel like maybe I should have a guest come in. So, before game 2 of the first round, I will be recording another podcast to post. It got to be before game 2 of any and all of these first round games, so y'all don't think I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can change up what I'm saying in any way because of what I've seen so far in the first 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, 1 game won't be that big of a deal. It shouldn't be that big of a deal to me or anyone else out there. But, like I said, I'm coming back, hopefully with a guest. I'm running, I want to stay lit. Like, what the fuck? Coming back, hopefully with a guest, and hopefully this guest, man, got some good takes and shit, man, because really I'm getting tired of being here by myself. So if anybody ever want to come in here, and listen, I'll call people over the phone or video chat or on my laptop, whatever it may be. We can make it work. Like, you don't have to come sit in the studio. Like, we can make it work different ways. If anybody ever want to sit down and talk to me either on this podcast or on my other podcast, hit me in the comments. Hit me pierreblair86 at gmail.com. Hit me on Snapchat, pcuff22. Make sure if you add me, you write me and let me know why you added me so we can go from there. I have a relationship podcast along with the sports podcast. If you want to be on either one of them, let me know. I need guests. I want guests. I don't want to be sitting here talking to myself all day. But once again, thank you to anybody who made it this far. If you didn't make it this far, that's on me. Got to step my content up, and I'll do that. But until then, we out of here with another one. Peace and love to everybody. BrainSurfin Podcast.